Good morning, my lovely children. Good morning, everyone. Good morning, everyone. The day has just begun. The day has just begun. I like to see your smiling face. I like to see your smiling face. Good morning, everyone. Good morning, children. How are you all today? It's such a beautiful and bright day outside, and I love to see your beautiful smiling faces. Do you know what we're going to learn today? Yes, we're going to learn the community helpers who are a very important part of our lives. Now, what is a community? A community is a place where people live and work. And who are community helpers? Can you name a few apart from what is mentioned here? Farmer, dentist, yes, very good. A librarian, very good. A fisherman, very good. So, apart from that, let's talk about the first important community helper, who is a police officer. Now, who's a police officer? Police officers are a group of people whose job is to enforce laws, help with emergencies, solve crimes, and protect the public. So, in short, they keep us safe. Where do you think they work? Yes, in a police station. The next important community helper is a veterinarian. Now, who is a veterinarian? An animal doctor, in other words. In simple terms, is an animal doctor. So whenever your pet is ill or needs a vaccination, where do you go? You go to the veterinarian. Now, there are people who are trained to give medical care and treatment to animals. Where do they work? Yes, they work in a private clinic or in hospitals. The next one is the firefighter or fireman. What do? They keep us safe from fires and protect us from danger. And where do they work? Very good, in a fire station. The next community helper is an important one. That is a soldier. Now, what does a soldier do? He protects our country from the enemies. He serves in the armed forces of the country. And he plays a very important role in defending and protecting the borders of the country. He stands heroically before his enemies and he sacrifices his life bravely for his motherland. Then we have a bus driver. And how many of you travel by bus? A lot of you travel by bus. Yes, sometimes to school and back, go out for shopping or to go and meet someone. Yes, so a bus driver is very important. What does a bus driver do? He is someone who transports people to a lot of places, including work, school, shopping, and across borders as well. So he is an important community helper. The next we have is your teacher. Who's your teacher? Yes, I am your teacher, but what does a teacher do? A teacher is a person who helps you to learn. They often help students gain knowledge and always stand beside them whenever they are in trouble or any kind of difficulty that they may face. Where do teachers work? In a classroom, in a school. Very good. The next community helper is a doctor. How many of you all have visited a doctor? Most of you, especially when you are not well. So what does the doctor do? He helps us feel better. He examines and treats patients who are ill. His duty is to cure and save lives as well as prescribe medicines. Some doctors are specialists, such as a heart doctor or an eye doctor or a bone doctor, etc. Some doctors have their own clinics or they even work in a hospital. The next we have is a traffic police. Now, what does a traffic police officer do? He helps to control traffic on the streets. He is also responsible for any traffic related incidents. And he also controls and stops drivers who break the law. Sometimes they also help children, women and old people cross the road. The next important community helper is a banker. Now, do you all have piggy banks at home? Yes, right? So, where do you all put your money? Into the piggy bank. That's right. In the same way, your mommy, daddy, your grandparents, they also have bankers wherein they deposit or keep their money safe. So, a banker is a person who takes care, who organizes your funds into accounts so that your parents, grandparents can have access to them later. Where does he work? Definitely in a bank. Now we have the garbage man. Who is a garbage man? A garbage man is a person who keeps the roads clean. So never ever litter the place. Never throw garbage anywhere outside and wait for someone else to clean up. So he's a person who is either employed by a public or a government enterprise, and he removes all the waste and recyclable materials from the garbage containers into garbage trucks, and therefore it's because of him that the area is clean and in orderly fashion. The last but not the least community helper we're going to talk about is a pilot. Who do you think is a pilot? Very good. A pilot is a person who flies an airplane. What does he do? He flies the airplane by operating its flight control. And where do you think he works? Does he work in an office? Does he work in a hospital? No. He works in an airline company. And he flies passengers from one place to another to reach their destination. And the most important thing is the pilots have to check the weather and confirm flight plan before departing. So children, these are the important community helpers, and you must always be thankful to them whenever we come across them in our daily lives. Thank you.